everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video here, we're gonna do some patchwork on that driver's side floor pan. I don't know how much yet. I know there's one piece I'm definitely gonna change, but I definitely may change some more. I don't know. We'll have to get in there and see. But I'm pretty positive that this right here is all of the rust that I'm going to have to cut out. I think this is the end of it right here. So this is pretty exciting for me. Once we get this here done, I need to look in getting some good epoxy primer and start primering that thing so we can get to doing some body work on the cab. I like to get that cab under primer, pull this here out, and put that cab right here up on some sawhorses. And he'll live right here. And we need to pull a bed in here. But before all that can take place, let's get in there and do some patchwork on that floor pan. I'm not going to show a lot of patching on that floor pan. I'll show you what I'm doing, cutting it out, how I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to show doing it. There's a lot of videos online to do that. And again, it's just rinse and repeat of what I've been doing. I appreciate you guys hanging in there and watching this old truck if you're even watching. If not, I'm going to document this anyhow. So I think it'd be pretty cool to look back in the 10, 15, 20 years and see what a damn headache this was. But anyhow, let's quit running our mouth and get to work. Alrighty guys, I've done already started on this thing here, so we're going to replace some on this driver's side floor pan here. See how pitted up it is going down this side piece here? That's beating and banging on this. There's a rust hole here. That's factory there. There's a weak spot there I was able to go through. And then a couple of those is where I pulled off our cab mount on the front. I went ahead and done that too. So I went ahead and cut this down through here. Up to here. And we're going to, I can't get my cutoff wheel in there. I'm going to take the plasma cutter and go straight across. And then we got to drill out these spot welds here and take this piece out. We're going to replace this strip here, and then probably what I'm going to do is go straight across and cut this piece out up here, and we'll patch it that way. It's pretty much good all the way up. I gotta weld up some holes where I drilled through to get the outer cab mount off. But that's what we're doing right now. Alright, I got some drill bits here. We're going to start out small and go up as needed. We need to put a pilot hole in the ones that I can see, because I want to save this upper rocker panel here. I don't want to destroy it with our air hammer if I can help it. Now some of these spot welds I cannot see, so that's going to be fun. I can't see them for the damn rust. I'm almost thinking there's one right there. Man, this sucks not being able to see them. Can you tell if that's a pit or a spot weld? Crap. I really don't know. Let me get the drill. Start drilling this first one out here. I don't want to go all the way through my rocker. I mean, if I do, I'll weld it up, but I'm getting tired of welding stuff up. There we go. Okay. Okay, on there. Okay, see. Get it over here. See if we can find where the next one is. Alright guys, I think I got all of them. And again, we'll use this as our template. Alright, thank goodness. That right there is not rusty. Grind this up, weld up them spots here. I only went through on 1, 2, 3 of them. Not bad considering it had friggin' 15 of them down through there. I think that what we're going to do is make this piece here, put it down in there, and we'll just spot it in, and then we'll come back and make this piece that goes through here and weld it all together at one time. I think that's what we're going to do. All right, there's what we're looking at. Thank goodness that's not rusted out. It just needs to be cleaned up. All right, got that piece cleaned up there. So let's go ahead. I'm going to weld these spots here up. A couple little pieces here. I'm going to weld these up, then I'll cut you back on. And we'll start getting that piece right here cut out and get it laid down. Alright. So we got that cleaned and welded there. Got all the pits welded up. Got it painted back in there. Painted down through there. Got all the spots where I have drilled it, painted. That's 3 coats of primer right there. And I went ahead and got the piece cut out. I didn't show none of this. I don't trip and fall and break my neck. But I went ahead and got the piece cut out. It's right here. And it is ready. I went ahead and drilled the holes in it. And I got, I think, the first coat of primer on the back side of it. I don't need no paint right here. Not yet. This is just where it's going to lay down on top of the other piece. And again, guys, I know welding it will burn a lot of that off, but it don't burn every bit of it off. So on the spots that it'll stay, makes me feel better anyway. But I'm going to show everybody, I did buy on both sides of the truck, I did buy the whole floor pan, but these are just some cheap Chinese knockoffs, and I did that on purpose because I was going to cut them anyway. My floor pan is good on 80% of it, so I'm trying to keep as much factory metal as I can. So that piece right there has been cut out of that, and then we'll probably take and cut this piece right here out of this one as well, because the upper half of mine is in decent shape, but the back half of mine is in amazing shape. Now, I did lay these in there, and they do not fit worth crap. You could make them fit, and I think you could get a pretty good look out of it. But I didn't want to buy an expensive set because I was going to cut mine and patch mine anyway. So, pretty decent gauge here. I don't know, probably a 18 or so, maybe 20, but decent gauge, and it does have some coating on it. And I did use a piece of it on my passenger side. You can see it there. That's really all I needed to patch, is this area down through here, and then up and around in the middle part there, because back here and up there was good on my truck. And on this truck, which I'm sure you've done seen it, this area back in here is all good, and that up through there is in pretty good shape. Got a couple pits in it, but they're minor. And then the big ones like that, I may cut this section out, or I may just try to weld these up here. So we'll replace this piece here, which will eat up on mine. And then we'll probably come through and cut it right through here. And it kind of needs to come down over and up. I'm trying to keep these because on the cheap ones I bought, this isn't as detailed as they are on the originals. But it don't need to be, because I'm not going to use the whole thing. So if you guys are doing one of these trucks, it may behoove you, if you don't need to replace the whole floor pan, is to get on the internet. And I think these were like $70, $75 for both of them. And you could just use the metal to piece it in instead of buying a high dollar set and replace the whole thing. But if you need it, you need it. Luckily I didn't. But again, you get the driver's side and the passenger side. And I think you could get them to work, but they definitely don't fit 100%. And see how shallow this is? But that's okay, I don't need it. I just need pieces. Like I said, we'll probably use this right through here. Done got that piece. And if I need to, I got plenty of metal here for a patch. But let's keep on going. I'll cut you back on when we get to the next thing. Alrighty, everybody. Got both pieces painted here where it needs to be. Went ahead and got the holes drilled in it. Now what we got to do go ahead and get it trimmed on down and get that thing clamped up and get it ready to weld. I'm just going to tack it in a couple spots down through there, and then we're going to come through and make our piece that goes up through here and get rid of all that. All right, it's early in the morning. Get the parking sound, guys. It's about 35 degrees out here, and it's cold this morning out here in the shop. So I got my heat running, but so went ahead and started that piece, getting it welded down. And what I've decided to do, maybe make it a little easier, is I've got it marked out here with a Sharpie, thinking about cutting it down into smaller pieces. It may make it a little easier on me. What we'll do is we'll come in and cut this top piece here, get that piece out, and I'll weld this on down so far, get it attached to this piece here. Then we'll come up, cut this one out, get a new piece, attach it, weld it up so far, so on and so forth. Because the whole floorboard isn't rusted, just spots of it. And a lot of it ain't that bad. A lot of it's just small pits, and then some of it getting pretty thin. But anyhow, that's what we're going to do. I think it'd make it a little easier is to cut it up into sections like that, instead of trying to make one big piece. I don't know. I may make this piece here one big piece and then cut these little ones in, or I may section it up. That's where we're at so far. We got that started. Definitely ain't done with it. But I decided if we're going to do it, try to do it to the best of my ability anyway. Get all of it out. I did it over there, so we might as well do it over here. Oh, then I found one little spot right there on the firewall. Start taking it apart and you'll find all kind of crap. But we'll have to fix that too. Ah, hell. Alrighty. Got that little piece right there cut out and replaced. I went ahead and cut this piece here out. And we're just going to do it a piece at a time. And all I'm doing is there's that big Floorpan piece. Like I said, this is the whole piece, but I don't need none of this backing through here. I really don't need much of nothing in through here. So what I'm doing is just going to take it a section at a time. There's that side piece that I cut out. Then that little piece that goes above it, I cut out of this piece here. But anyhow, where's my other? Oh, here's a piece that was in the floor. I mean, it ain't really rusted through. I mean, right there, but pitted too bad. I just don't want to put that on there or leave that on there. This is the front side where your feet go. It's just pitted. It's too much. Man, weld up some, but Lord, I ain't welding up all that. So anyhow, I laid it on the ground, traced out our piece here, and we're gonna cut it out. See how that floorboard starts to bend up right there? That's where we put our thing. It bends right here, you can see it. So it's pretty good if you want to just buy the full size, cheapest ones you can find. It's about 18 gauge metal. It's pretty good. It's got a coating on it so it won't rust. You need to sand that coating off before you go to weld it. Don't like to weld with that, whatever they got on there. But yeah, buy the cheap set if you don't need the whole thing, and take your pieces out of the cheap set. And then you got a lot of extra patching material if you need. Like I said, I think both of these, the passenger and the driver's side, only costed about 75 bucks. So to each their own, but this is the way I'm going. Bought the cheap set, got plenty of patch material, and then what I need for my floorboard I'll take from here. It's already pre-bent, and which, hell, that ain't no bend. We could have done that, but it's already the right size and all that. So yeah, let me get it cut out and we'll cut you back on. Alrighty. Got our third piece cut out here. Getting ready to weld it in. And we'll jump on over to that piece over there. We're about halfway done. I think that's the third piece, yeah. 1, 2, and this will be the third. 4, 5, and 6. I decided to do it in smaller sections because I had a little bit of trouble with that and over there, doing it in a bigger piece. But let's get the welder out and start tacking this thing down. Alright, so we got that other piece in. Got a couple pieces in, actually. I've got some spots circled that I don't like, but I got to still weld it from the bottom side. So I just went ahead and marked it right here, so I can make sure that I get it when I weld from the bottom side, and if I don't, to check it when we flip it back over. But I got the other piece cut out, getting ready to weld it in. I got to fix that corner back there. I have to bring it up a little bit, but we'll go ahead and start tacking it and attaching it together here. And I got that one little piece. I done got it started cut. I'll get this welded on. Then we'll make this piece right here. Get it welded on, and then drop that little piece right there out. And floorboard will be patched and finished. Here's the old piece we cut out. See all them pits? They're just a little too many and too much. So yeah, get the welder out and get the tacking that one on. Alright, we got that other piece welded in. Coming out pretty good. Went ahead and got that smaller piece there cut out, trimmed down, get ready to weld it in. And the last piece will be that piece over there on the end. But all in all, the floorboard is coming out good. Alrighty, got that somewhat ground down. Still gotta grind a little bit more, but floorboard is slowly but surely coming along. Alrighty guys, got the bottom of that welded, and we now have the Floorpan fixed on this old truck. I still got to come through and straighten out some pieces, but it is all welded up. Looking good. I left those two right there, holes, and that one. Stuff screws in from the inside. Your high beam indicator here, a wiring loom right there. But yep, we got her welded in from the back's good and sturdy. Check on the inside here. Oh yeah. Come back through and clean up some of them welds, but for the most part, she's done. So the next thing, I don't think we're going to have to do much to this side like I did the other side. This all needs to be cleaned up here and just checked out. Yeah, it just needs to be cleaned, get all that scale off of there. But as for this video, guys, it is done. Didn't go into a lot of detail on this one, because there are tons of videos online of replacing the floor pan, patching the floor pan, and really, it's just been rinse and repeat of what we've been doing. But until next time, guys, I will see you on the next video.